do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let's get going, yeah. Hello, everybody. I think we are officially live here, making sure that all of our elements are working today. It looks like so far so good. That is working. Those are working. These are working good. I think YouTube should be also fine as well. Hello. The live chats. Okay, let's get the monsters and members going. Yep, we are good. Huh? They. All right. Oh. Let me just get in here. Good afternoon, as it is the afternoon, actually. Ooh, quite a bit. Hello, everybody. We are currently playing. Let me make sure that I at least logged in so I don't dox myself by accident here. Hello. Okay. Hi. Hello, everybody. Playing some stuff today. We've got... Oh, actually, let me unplug this, because I'm guessing he's probably all charged up now. Connected. Okay. So we have a connection. Alright. Do we have... Okay. Do you have motions? Hello, everybody. Turn my audio down just for myself here, but hello. So I'm going to take a minute to remember how I did these games here. And that works. Hello, everybody. We are playing some Monsters and Memories. We're going to try and figure out a few... We might going to be hopping a few games today. But I am essentially playing games that are normally, I guess, traditionally more keyboard mouse heavy and seeing if we can use a controller for them. You know, for the sake of comfort and, you know, people who might have just a bit of, you know, wrist issues or anything like that. That's the important thing. Oh, hi there, buddy. Yeah, let's see. So, if you guys are not aware, I am currently playing this game that would normally be mouse and keyboard that has no controller support natively on here. So what I'm currently playing on is one, I'm connected this through Steam, where you can add a non-Steam game to your Steam library, so you can get full access to using any sort of Steam controller support, and then connecting that through a controller here. The controller that I do have here is the let me get the name proper here, just because they're so generous to get me one here. The Victrix by Turtle Beach controller. It's the Pro BFG Reloaded wireless module PC controller. And why I am currently using this controller as of this point right now is simply because one of the key aspects when it comes to getting controllers is being able to adapt a lot of keyboard controls over to a controller to make it a lot more easy and seamless. Now, not every controller, or every game, I should say, not every game has controller support that's natively built in. Many people have tried to do their own workarounds by building their own controller layout maps, which is very supportive and helpful in that it covers a lot of the button controls. I think one of the bigger things I've learned playing playing games something like Monsters and Memories is that one bigger aspect that becomes an issue is inventory management. So inventory management is a lot more difficult to use or manage, especially when it comes to looting, I guess in more specific terms, because there's no auto loot button. Not like something where like you're playing like Arc Raiders where there kind of is that auto loot here. And I'm sure with anybody who's ever played an MMO, you guys would know that you need to have some sort of looting button system to be able to do that, because it's just, you need to collect materials. So normally try to do your best to click on it. Let me see if I can click on this appropriately. Nope, that does not help. Either way, so one of the key things that I wanted to know is if I could do some sort of mouse support, where you guys can probably see my little cursor here, but not have to constantly hop back and forth between my mouse and keyboard and my controller every time. So a friend of mine who is over at Turtle Beach graciously got me a controller to give this a test out, as he wanted to get some of my feedback on it. And so I'm all game for it. We're going to be playing some games here, casually trying this out. Oh gosh, hold on. And maybe put this into a few scenarios where games that are not naturally running on controller are able to run on controller. Obviously with a few tweaks, more customizations, and yeah, that's the whole plan. It's going to be a good old time. And if you have questions or concerns, we're going to try that while we do that here. What was my loot button? That's a very good question. I forgot what I used to loot. Oh. That was my loot button. Okay. So. So it kind of works really well. So if you guys are not aware, the Pro BFG model does have a bit of a mixture between both the Xbox controller style and PlayStation, I want to say 5 controller, in the sense that you have the ability to, have controls that can be actually customized to have control sticks where they are more towards the center, similar to like a PS5, or if you wanted to have it a little bit more offset as like an Xbox or an Xbox 360 controller. So you have that customizability there. The other key thing that's different is that it does have a touchpad similar to like the PS4 or PS5 controllers, where you're able to use that as sort of like a cursor module here. So as I use my my index finger right now and kind of touch around here, you can see that I'm actually controlling the camera control just because I've marked it as a cursor move. So if I were to turn off cursor mode, I could actually move my mouse around doing this versus like using a right stick, which I know with the right stick you can kind of see how the movement's a little bit unnatural as I roll the stick around here. Versus this is a lot more rapid and responsive. And so games that are not normally built to have that in their game, or games that normally don't have any sort of controller support, usually struggle in the sense of like if you need to loot things specifically, it gets hard because then you're clicking very slowly, your load time could be a lot slower, and so this is supposed to be like the best of both worlds. Let me see if I can do this correctly here. Yep, so we pulled the Black Widow hatchling here. I'm going to open up some of my items here and see if I can... Oops. Did I pick it up? I don't know if I did. Oh yeah, I did. So I'm gonna try doing that too. Similar to like everybody, these modern controllers nowadays, you do also have a bit of extra buttons underneath the handles here. You got 2 extra buttons on each side. As someone who grew up on like the Xbox 360 controller, the PlayStation 3 controllers, you're not really used to having those buttons in the back, but it is nice to have them built in and be able to be mapped to specific controls or anything like that, especially with MMO games. As people who would probably want to play mages or anything like that, you're able to have a lot of people. You can have a lot of more spell slots to kind of master into. And kind of deviating from the controller for a little bit, one system I would say that has had I would say really good support in terms of concept for a controller to work on an MMO, especially with ones that have a lot, like 1 million spell slots or boxes, if you will, but be able to be manageable on a controller, would be Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV uses kind of like a shift system where, let's say, for example, your usual face buttons A, X, Y, B are normally your face buttons that you would use, but then let's say you only have 4, you're limited there. But let's say you wanted to use more. You, let's say, hold left bumper. Left bumper opens up a whole new thing. As long as you add that, it's like a modifier, I guess is the proper term. A modifier being added onto it to essentially open up a whole new set of spell slots. Switch it over to right bumper, and then suddenly you have another set of spell slots. Left trigger, right trigger, those could also be modifiers to help you kind of select those spell slots as well. And then also, same thing with the buttons on the back as well. They can be used as modifiers to essentially be able to do that. And so there you go from like essentially just having 4 to, let's see, what is that? 4 times, say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say just on the bumpers and controllers themselves, you go from 4 times 4 up to essentially 16 spell slots or ability slots, if you will. And so that kind of philosophy does open up for a lot of games that kind of fall into this kind of category. Oh god, hold on, he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Let me get my butt over here. They did adjust some things here. I also realize I don't think I have Sal. I don't have Sal. So I may... So in games where you are using a little bit more, a little bit more dynamic, something like a Guild Wars 2 or Final Fantasy XIV, you would like to have a controller, especially if you're someone who grew up on consoles growing up. So this is intended to essentially help bridge that gap instead of, especially maybe I'm not someone who has any carpal tunnel or anything like that, or any wrist issues, but if I just wanted to be able to pull back and relax, this would be a great alternative. I know some people have also discussed, especially with the timing of me streaming this done, one other alternative choice could be the Steam controller. Although I have not had my hands on the controller yet, I would not be able to tell you. Oh, hold that thoughts. Bit of a pickle here. Just kind of get out of the way. See. Okay. Can't seem to get enough distance here. Okay, whatever. Just got to figure this one out. I gotta back this up a little bit here. So the idea of this stream essentially today is we're going to be hopping around to a couple of different games that don't naturally use, oh gosh, a controller support setup and see if we can be able to play on this. Like I said, I think this might be more lenient on MMOs in general, more so than any other genre, just because, you know, if you're playing something like a city builder, like City Skylines or anything like that, I don't think that it would be as ideal to do that. I mean, maybe for some precision controls it could be, but I feel like if you were to do that, maybe you'd probably already be on a mouse and keyboard for the most part. But hey, who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe if we do end up finding that interesting sweet spot, kind of go from there. So, oh yeah, I forgot. I got to use some skills as well to test this out a little bit more. I'm only working on like light mobs right now because like I'm currently level 18 in this game. But I think these guys are probably like closer to like level 5, just because one, I want to be able to mechanically get used to the controller as well. One thing I do admit when it comes to the Pro BFG is that the feeling, as someone who has been an Xbox player growing up, the touchpad positioning of it, where normally I press like start and select, are a lot higher than I'm normally used to pressing at. So I don't, that might just be not necessarily a design issue, but more of just like an experience issue, as you know, this is a very, very new controller for me to try. Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh, I thought he was attacking you already. Yeah. I'm trying to remember all my stuff. Ooh. And so like that for this one, this is like the name of the game. It's all about customization. I'm all open to trying to be able to customize buttons and be able to use them for whatever I need them to. Wait, sir? Is this, wait, what is this one connected to? Hold on. Ooh, wait. Question. Where is my controller connected to? I am in an attack layout, so... Wait, hold on. Where's... Go back. Let me view the layout. Is there... So wait, what's pressing the space bar? Is that an extra controller? Hmm? Might have to look into maybe looking into some direct control support here at some point and see how that works. But we'll get more into the technicals and the weeds of that later. But for right now, we're just gonna try to make sure. Oh, there's a black cat. Wait, no, wait. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a set of black cat, and I was like, "Where's the black cat?" No, it's a black bat. Is this the button? Oh, that's not the one I was looking for. Got him. Ooh, my ears are a little bit. So, like I said, I think there might be another game that I might have to download to test this game out as a. I might do Maple Story World, and because that one does not naturally have controller support, and kind of figure it out from there. Ooh, where did I target? Oh. Also, if you guys are chilling in on the Twitch chat today, I do have some channel redeems I'd like you guys to go ahead and test out a little bit. Please just try to at least be nice and don't break it too hard, okay? Don't blast my ears too heavily. I'm trying to make sure everything is working appropriately here. Cool. Alright, let me see. What other games can we try to test this out to? I'm going to try pushing this out to another kind of game here. Also, one thing with the trackpad, as you guys can see, I can actually also roll and act as a scroll as well. So you can actually scroll in and out a little bit. To an extent, I would probably not use that feature as much just because of the smell, or just because of the size pad is a lot smaller. Kalista, how have you been? Yeah, it's been a while. I think I saw you before I headed off on vacation. Hope you've been well. Yes. Okay. Let me see what I can... Okay, I'm going to put my guy to sit down for a second. I'm going to see what games we can pull up to test next here. What games are naturally not controller friendly that I already have in the library? I would say, excuse me. Oh yeah, no. Trying to see Persona, maybe no. I'd imagine that's a lot more controller adapted. A lot of the games that I typically have would already be somewhat controller adapted. So having a game that's not is definitely a lot tougher to test on, I guess, if you will. And there are games like, I would say, if you wanted to do like, wait, is CS2 naturally controllered? That would be a wild one. Yeah, so controller support is not on CS2. So let's... I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if oh yeah, thank you so much for the... Yeah, I've had this chibi model for a while. I'm currently just using an image reaction set for now because... yeah, just because like I'm not in the focus for trying to set up the entire thing right now. But yeah. So, yeah. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you for the look at the chibi model. I do have him fully rigged and everything. I just didn't want to pull out the whole thing out today. So I just wanted to do a casual stream. Maybe we'll get that one a little bit more later. Divinity, maybe? It's not controller supported, but I mean a 2.5D would be something like that. I was gonna say we should try Valorant, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to try that right now. It'd be a lot of a push for, but like I think MMOs are like the direction I'm kind of leaning in on right now. I filter category. Give me a second here. Oh, you know what? What's the name of the game I'm thinking of? Do I have it on here? I know it's on here. Yes. Although this does require a bit of a download, so... Ooh. Oh, wait. What's going on with my stream right now? Is it because of this? Is it because of this? Why is my because I wonder if it's because I have all these open right now. Stream's kind of freaking out just a tad here. Nope, it's having a bit of a freak out right now, aren't we? Yeah, well, our stream's acting up quite a bit right now. Oh, let me see if I quit Monsters and Memories, if that will fix the issues here. Wonder why we're having such connection issues this morning. Did not expect it to be so laggy. I wonder if like the dash alerts are the ones causing any of the issues either here. Yeah, looks like a lot of frames are dropping today. Ooh. Let me see here. Does that loosen up the system? No. Huh. I wonder what's going on. Discord maybe too on top of that? I doubt it. Ah. Oh. Yee. Things are freaking out a bit here. Huh. Did not expect the stream to already be borking itself so quickly. Thought I would at least have a little bit more time before all of it started like borking out. I'm very sorry about this. I think I have to cut the stream a bit and at least try to maybe restart stuff. So, actually, is Palette it? Oh, maybe I should install this one. So that one already has controller support, so we will see. Yeah, it's crazy how the stream is just like half and half working and half not. So I'll have to stop the stream for now. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to try to get this going. So I am very sorry about that, but I will be back. Even stopping the stream is becoming an issue. Huh.